So, anyways, I am here today to make a point across, and I think um, there should be an idea about Zos. Um, so, anyways, if Zos is actually paying close attention to this stream, um, need to put it out here. All right. Um, okay. So, my biggest issue is now when you're forming a guild. You know, you basically, when you are forming a guild, now I think Zaz should have done one where it was primarily a. I think if you're gonna make a guild, and I believe that if you make a guild, you should be assigned a guild trader. And just recently, I actually one day woke up and smelled the coffee and realized how bad Zos's trader system is just a complete suckfest. Um, because when a guild is formed, you generally, and I mean generally, you should be assigned to a guild trader. It would be much easier for not only GMs, but you're also wasting way too much gold into a bid on a guild trader. And what is kind of funny, and I will quote unquote say it, is that when you start trading for or bidding on a guild trader, you generally waste your time, your energy, your resources, and then have to wait 7 days just to rebid again. Now, I think if a guild is being created, I think said guild should be assigned to specific guild traders. Now, I think how Zos did this is kind of like a waste of time, a waste of resources, and everything else. And it's also a problem when you have people who don't make the game that much enjoyable. I know in hey Karina. So I know in the fact that Zaz should be coming up with an idea, a better system of having guild traders for guilds. I mean, you're really going to be wasting a lot of your gold, and I can't already see what has happened. You know, in my time of playing all the MMOs in the world, now I've always felt that. I mean, I know there's gonna be fanboys out there who are just gonna bitch and complain, thinking I'm just being one of those toxic casuals, but technically I'm not. It's a truth that's pointed out there. There's a majority of people, like people who are starting out in guilds, regardless if they're starting out in guilds or have had guilds. I think there should be an assigned guild trader. You're going to be wasting way too much of gold, in-game gold, and it just makes it less. It makes it less desirable. I put it that way. And for me, realizing that, I think Zos should really maybe assign a guild trader to guilds. There shouldn't be, oh yeah, every 7 days you have to rebid on a guild trader. But for what? Because you're wasting your money. You're wasting the in-game gold that you make, where that in-game gold can go somewhere else that can actually be used on something else. It's a waste of in-game gold to bid on a guild trader, have to rebid again, waste more, and keep repeating this cycle. It's just like, I ended up talking to this one person. He was actually a returning player, And this other idea, you know, since when did ESL become an extreme cash grab? I mean, when ESL first came out, it wasn't this bad. It was actually, there was no such thing as, I mean, there was a cash grab, but it wasn't as bad as what it is in this current state. And I think what's going to happen is that ZOS, hey John Paul, is that ZOS is turning a blind eye. I mean, they're not paying attention. They're not seeing what damage is being, what kind of damage they're causing. And when they, when they don't see it that way, you see a way that they're doing more harm than good. It's kind of like you're just gonna do all these things. They're just basically gonna be a problem. I mean, tomorrow, I was looking at this thing, and tomorrow they're gonna be doing a maintenance at 6 a.m. This is another issue on its accord. You know, I don't want to say this, but ZOS, you guys need to like really lessen down the maintenance time. And even like now, my co-GM in my guild had agreed the same thing that I already discussed. It's too much in-game gold to like waste on a guild trader just to make a bid. And my co-GM and myself, we're the only two that actually do rake in the gold. But the thing is, when you waste that much time and you waste that much energy, it makes you question. I mean, if you look at the lag right now in the game, I'm not moving. You see how the lag is? And every time when an update happens, this is what the end deal is. I know people are not going to like the idea of what I'm saying about how I'm really, expressing my feelings about this. So, anyways, it's always a thing. You got to remember there's only so much you can really say and or do about it. And a lot of times, I mean, ZOS, like I said, ZOS should just give you an assigned guild trader. None of this, like, bidding every, 7 days out of the week, and then you have to spend, like, well over 425,000 just to get, or, I'm sorry, 425k just to get a guild trader or more. Now, in all honesty, I think that gold in general, the gold that you earn, it should be applied to other things. It shouldn't just have to apply to a guild trader. Because now you just wasted basically all the gold you earned for nothing. And I know, it's like I said before, the fanboys out there are going to get mad because they are just going to stand up and say, well, there's nothing wrong here. It's normal. We've always done it. Well, that's true, but the thing is, also consider this. How many people in ESO have gotten banned for manipulating the game? For having it played in their favor? When you yourself, whether if you are a co-GM or a GM, know this. But how many guilds know it, but they turn a blind eye? Not every guild, but there's some that do. And when that some do, they think there's nothing wrong. And those are your fanboys. Now, one other thing I do want to make certain of or press on is the battlegrounds. When you get down to the PvP battlegrounds. Now, I think Zosh should have not taken out the team deathmatch. I think that was the biggest mistake they ever did. And I also think that if Zas was smart and they brought back the team deathmatch, look, I know people want to do random, but when you start forcing certain things in the game, when you start forcing certain PvP matches that maybe some people don't want to do, where you have two options now in the battlegrounds, which is solo and random. But what if the people just don't want to do random matches or solo and they want to just do battlegrounds? See, Zas did such a clusterfuck on the whole thing. They removed the team deathmatch. They did a lot of stuff that basically pissed off a good majority of people who were playing this game for quite a while. You know, two things that Zas should be fixing. Give guilds an assigned guild trader, number one, so you're not wasting the freaking gold that you earn and then having to get the gold again. Number two, bring back the team deathmatch in Battlegrounds. And you'll be able to keep your player retention. I mean, I know Zas is going to turn around and say they don't care, but the thing is, let's put it in perspective here. If you say you don't care about a game, and you got people who are playing Elden Ring right now, Zas, you really... I gotta be honest here, Zas. You guys need to put back the team deathmatch in Battlegrounds, number one. Number two, you should be giving guilds an assigned guild trader. Not this bidding crap. This is basically why some people have gotten irritated with the fact of the dumb fuckery you guys have been doing. You know, this is the key aspect of why this happens. This is a key aspect that you gotta not touch things that aren't broken. Don't fix what's not broken. You know, and just to be honest, it's just not, you know, it's not fair for like people who earn the gold and then they gotta lose it all again and just to refarm it. You know, you just gotta see in that perspective. And I know some people, like I said, are not gonna agree with what I'm saying. You know, but like I said, to each their own. And that's just basically what I can say. You know, I mean, you can make it any way you want. But if you lose the player retention and they're playing Elden Ring,
you were the one that drove the darkness
or in another game that just basically is like, you know what, ESO sucks. Now that person will be playing a different game. I mean, about a good portion of the ESO community, some of them, or a majority of them, have actually left ESO because of no content. Or the system is just maybe just too screwed up. Yeah, but just keep this in mind, folks. I mean, it's really not like as if, I don't know. But you know what? Either way you look at it, just be cognizant of what you do for guild trading. My guild doesn't do the guild trading anymore because of the fact that the guild traders, this whole thing about running around bidding on guild traders has been basically a waste of time. And then, like I said, people basically just doing the same old shit before, you know? I mean, this is not a toxic casual thing. So get that one thing straight. And if there's any issues that people do, then, then that's, well, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I mean, ZOS needs to come up with a better system for as far as the guild traders go, and maybe do something with the guild gold that you have. Even if you accumulate it. I mean, I think the guild gold could get the guild gold can go to something a little bit more profitable, where it's like, okay, you have a little over 400k to about $1 million. Use that on something that's going to be long lasting and not used on a short-term basis. So, with that being said, I think I just spoke my piece. I said enough. And there's not much else I can cover. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. And if you like what I was mentioning today up on the stream, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe. If you don't, and if you leave any nasty comments, I will definitely be sharing them live on YouTube, as vocal as I am. So, in case some of you fanboys are gonna look at this stream later and get all butthurt about it, and you bitch to me on the comments, I'll just call you out to. I'll just basically call you out to who what you really are. I don't have any. You gotta see it what it is. I don't know how much else I can explain it. So, y'all have a wonderful day. And I will see you later.